Greetings, YouTube. We're back with Prison Affairs. We're on what chapter are we on? Chapter 25, Who's Being Selfish? We're picking up where we left off. 11/20/2004. You may think I do not love Daddy when I say this, but love ain't got to be hard, and I ain't feeling it if it has to be. I did all in my power. It was simply not enough. Truly, we were not ready to become husband and wife, so I did not force the issue, even though that is what he promised. My baby needed to be with his family. I still held on because I had accepted Daddy as my husband, but him going to Dallas, hence being apart from me again, was a tad bit much for me. I did not know how long we could maintain a long-distance relationship or if I even wanted to. I was taking one day at a time, but starting to feel like it was just a life rope until Darnell was set free. He was all in love when his family acted like they didn't give a shit. Now that he is free and they love him to death, I was nowhere near the top of his list. He said he loved me and wanted to come up, but did not talk about our future together like he did when he was locked up. Our needs, wants, and desires no longer matched. As a result, I called myself letting him go happily. He was determined to leave no matter what I said anyway, and trying to fight against all odds made me cry. But it has been revealed that things in my life happen for the best. Part of me wished I had married Daddy while he was on lock. Things would have been completely different, but oh well. What was most frustrating was the fact that Darnell was making decisions that affected both of our lives, and I felt helpless with no control. If he would have given me an answer besides, I don't know, I could have dealt with him. The most frustrating conversation I had with Darnell went as follows. Where do you see us in the future? I don't know. Where do you want us to be in the future? I don't know. Do you see us ever getting married? I don't know. Darnell had no vision or dreams when it came to us. I swear if he would have said, I don't know one more time, I was going to fucking scream. Therefore, I stopped asking questions. After all the continued I don't knows, this is my final letter to Daddy. I started writing it days before I completed it and decided to share it. 11/22/04. I'm writing this letter because it seems we communicate better when writing letters. Plus, I need to get all of this out of my head and into yours so there will be no misunderstandings. First of all, it seems that all you care about in the bedroom is yourself, even outside the bedroom. I feel like I'm on the bottom of your list. I tried crying on your shoulder, but you just say I'm tripping, not in my right mind, or I'm making myself cry. You said you would try to please me, and I was sure we could work through anything we set our minds to, but it seems to me things are getting worse. I don't see you for days on end and you don't call. When I call you, you hardly ever have your phone, and when I do see you, you have nothing to say to me. I try to be and get close to you, but you push me away unless you are feeling freaky. And even then, you don't seem to be into me. I guess I'm just too needy for you, and I know men don't like that. Plus, I'm spoiled and I like having my own way. I thought once you were released, it would be my time. I know you love me, but I think you are being so selfish and I'm ready to give up. If you showed a little effort toward you and me, us, I could hang on. But God knows the bad is catching up to the good fast. You also state that you only plan to stay in Houston with me for a minute. Not once while you were on lock did you mention coming to Houston for a little while. We talked about starting our lives as husband and wife. But I realize, and I think you do too, that you need space. And you know what, baby? You can have your space. While you were on lock, you seemed to eat, sleep, and drink, mama. Now I have to get in where I fit in. It's not supposed to be like that, baby. You said when I needed you, you would be right here for me. You said you never wanted to be far from me. You said we would have the kind of relationship people write about in books. Now that you are out, it's all about Dallas and getting transferred there. You wasted my time and money, and I am not pleased. Maybe God just wanted me to bless you until you got out of prison. I don't know. What I do know is it would not have been in the manner that it was had I known the outcome. I truly love you very much, even though you act like you could care less, and I would do almost anything for you. But guess what, boo? I love myself even more. Initially, when I started writing, I had a desire to encourage all my pen pals until you were set free. But my silly ass had to fall in love, take you at your word, and believe that you would treat me like the queen I am, even after Tyrone tried to dog my ass. When will I learn? But I ain't tripping, baby. Life goes on, and so will I. I am a prize to any man, and it is not my fault if Daddy fails to recognize and give me what I need after I have made it perfectly clear. I would rather for us to be honest and end this now with no hard feelings than wait 2 or 3 months for you to break my heart even worse than you have. I thought you were different. But you seem to be just like the penitentiary ass niggas you were talking about. So I must pull back. I, for one, don't plan to be used up for all I'm worth, then tossed aside like yesterday's news. I am in it to win it. I have held it down over a year waiting on Daddy to come home. I have spent hundreds of dollars to bring our dreams to fruition, and it seems it doesn't even matter. I'm not the one to keep throwing good money after bad or trying to hold on to a man who doesn't want to be held. Go on to Dallas and kick it with your family. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Surely I will hurt for a while, but I will get over it. Maybe we can be friends, huh? And just maybe when you get on your feet, you will send me some money like I did for you when you were on lock. That would be real nice, but I ain't tripping if you don't. My blessings come from the Lord. He told me to bless you, and I did just that. It is my desire to treat you like my king, hoping you would treat me like your queen, but you ain't feeling it. I think you loved me dearly when your family wasn't really there for you, but now that they are, oh well. I still love you to the fullest and always will, but I'm tired of feeling rejected and not worth shit to you. So I need to wish you well and move on. Yeah, I'll be hoping to hear from you when you leave, but I won't trip too badly if I don't. Just know that somebody loves you very much and always will. Forever and always, me. I read the letter to Darnell before he asked me to print it out so he could read it himself. Either way, he had no reply. We had a good night before waking to our new routine and left for the day. When I was holding him in bed, I slept so peacefully. Oh well, I thought, if he comes back to me, he is mine. No, he was not gone in body yet, but his mind and spirit was not with Mama. He did not come home that night. In fact, it was after Thanksgiving before he came home. I saw him briefly when I dropped his clothes off at the bus station. He asked me to bring them to my job because he was spending the holiday with his family in Dallas. I semi-complied. I took the clothes his family purchased, but kept the ones I purchased. His transfer to Dallas was not complete, so it was mandatory for him to return to Houston on Monday. 11/24/04. Daddy was on one page and I was on another. We were okay as long as we did not talk about anything too deep like us. I had empathy for Darnell because he seemed so confused and unsure. I was still trying to help him, but felt like I had done all I would do. His transfer would go through real soon, whereas his family could assist him further and I could have peace of mind. In a letter to Carl, I wrote, 11/27/04. Greetings, Carl. I'm sorry you don't have money on your books. I hope the buyers and sellers hurry up and get some business so you can have what you need. In the meantime, I'm sending you $30 to buy a little something right now. I hope you know I would send more if I had it. Uh-oh. And when I was really stressed, I too thought about rolling slab to see you. I knew you would comfort me. Thank you so much for thinking about sending me the money to make that possible. The weather is changing, so I know it won't be easy to pull off. Plus, the money is not there to do so for real. Hence, uh-oh. Hence, we will keep writing. Oh, shit. Sorry. Hence, we will keep writing. Hence, for the fourth time, we will keep writing. Your words by letter comfort me more than you know. So you say old boy is not confused. That leads me to believe he doesn't want to own up to lying and hurt my feelings. Well, my feelings are already hurt. It's not so much the going to Dallas part, but the lack of concern in his attitude towards me. I will try not to be sad to see him go, as you stated. But it does sadden me that God will have to punish him if he is blatantly foul. As for me being a prize or a gift, I still stand by that. I believe that anytime you are blessed to have a person in your life that loves you unconditionally and shows it, this is going to be a crazy video, but I'm going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep rolling. As for me being a prize or a gift, I still stand by that. I believe that anytime you are blessed to have a person in your life that loves you unconditionally and shows it, it is a gift, blessing, favor from the Lord. God created woman to be a helpmeet to man. She is also the joy maker that creates the melody in his song. No, I am not something to be passed on from one to the next. But if one does not bless me the way God intended, it is time to move on to the next. And I was kidding about the tender piece at my son's school, just really. He is just a guy that I could see myself being open with. And when I see him, I think about it. But yes, Mama needs to sit her little ass down and handle hers. It is not my place to seek, but truly my place to be found. And since the heart can be deceitful, who can know it? I must trust God to keep things in balance and bless his daughter with the husband he wants her to have. Therefore, I will consider myself and my prized man to be a gift from God, having value far above rubies. Things here are good, so I had family here for Thanksgiving and we had a good time. Darnell went to Dallas to be with his fam. He'll be back on Monday. He should be leaving permanently real soon thereafter when they get his parole transfer completed. We have had a few short conversations since he's been gone, but if he acts the least bit cold when he gets back, I will cut him off completely. The only reason I don't have nothing to do with him already is that I am the only one he really knows in Houston, and he is a little slow. By slow, I mean slow to comprehend and express himself verbally. If we were in grade school, I would put him in the special classes. Well, tomorrow I gotta go to church. My mom is here and we are all supposed to go together, then go out to eat. so I need to wash and do my hair and stuff. I'll probably add some more to this letter tomorrow evening. I called the unit about you twice, but the person I needed to speak with was not in, so I'll call again on Monday. Let me know what's going on with your status. I'm out. 11:30 or 4. My baby surprised me at my job and I was happy to see him. But when I hugged him, the coldness I felt literally sent a chill through my body. Daddy sat with me until it was time to leave, which gave us a chance to talk. He asked me to take him to the parole office to report to his probation officer, and I refused. When he said he wanted to come home afterwards, I agreed. I ran back and forth to pick up Dante, start dinner, and then back to pick up Darnell. I finally got everyone fed with Brian's help and took my shower before retiring for the night. I thought Darnell would come in to talk to me, but he did not. Later, I was awakened by a request for my car keys. Darnell was tripping, talking about his need to go to the store for beer. Luckily, there were no stores that sold beer for miles. As a result, he digressed. He drank the one beer that was left from the holidays, which he refused earlier, and watched TV. I went back to sleep. Even later, I was awakened when my baby came to bed. He crawled in beside me and ran his hand down my side. "Baby, did you miss Daddy?" he whispered in my ear. I placed my hand on top of his and whispered, "Yes." When my baby started softly kissing and gently penetrating me, it felt good. Moments later, he was all over me, but I felt like an object. He was quick and, in my opinion, a tad bit uncaring, but I did not complain. At least he tried. He asked if we would still communicate once he transferred to Dallas, and I said yes. I'm sure now he was referring to me not taking the cell phone I had purchased, which I threatened to take before Thanksgiving. After Daddy took his shower, he came to bed, turned his back to me as usual, and went to sleep. The next day, he did not come home. That morning, Darnell needed to talk with Alfredo about the rent and asked me for $10 to pay the man something. I did not comply. Just last night, Darnell had money for beer, and to offer Alfredo $10, in my opinion, was ridiculous. Darnell was upset with me because he said he had to kiss Alfredo's ass so Alfredo would not report that Darnell was no longer staying at the halfway house. When I asked him what he planned to do, he said he would stay where he stayed the weekend his cousin was in town. He was also upset because I would not give him $10 he asked for after he had just given me a $50 money order. The reason he gave me the money order was because he owed me for the previous week's rent I paid while he was in Dallas. What's more, I had not even cashed the money order, and he knew that. Truth be told, I would not have given him the money if I had cashed it. December 1st, 2004. I wanted to give up and said I had given up, but something, love, just wouldn't let me. 12/02/04. Baby, you still have no desire to come home? I said when I called him. You tripping. I was going to call you and come home tomorrow. Okay, please bring me the cell phone. I will not keep paying the bill if you have nothing to say to me. 12/3/04. Darnell did not call or come home, so I turned off the phone. 12/04/04. Before I left for work, Darnell called and said he didn't think our relationship was working out. He asked me to bring his clothes to my job and stated he would bring me the phone. When Darnell brought me the cell phone, I gave him the few items that he did not take before Thanksgiving. I wanted him to tell me to quit tripping, turn his phone on, and let's go home. He just sat clicking the computer mouse with barely 2 words to say to me. When it was time to leave, he asked me to take him to the train station. He said he would call, and we vowed to remain friends till the end. Daddy loves Mama, but he is not in love with Mama. All right, I am sweating out here. I am sweating my ass off again for part 2 of chapter 25. That's the end of chapter 25. We're going to continue with chapter 26 in the next episode. Chapter 26 is called Letting Go and Letting God. And that will pick up on December 7th, 2004. All right, y'all. Sorry about all the phone dropping and phone ringing. I forgot to turn on the Do Not Disturb. But I'm finna get in the cool air. Get some of this sweat up off of me. Thank you for your attention. Come back again on the next episode for chapter 26, Letting Go and Letting God. All right, YouTube. Smooches. Peace.